The Mayo Experience.
Mayo Experience. Mayo Experience. Mayo Experience. Experience.
Welcome to the Pat Mayo Experience, not week 10, episode 10. I'm getting confused with football here. Episode 10, The Challenge, War of the Worlds, recap and fantasy scoring for the week. If you out there want to get into a draw for 20 DK dollars, here's what you do. I don't know what you do, Paul Shaughnessy. What do you do this week? I feel like it's been very Jordan Turbo-centric the past few weeks.
Yeah,
which we'll get into here in a second. What could be the giveaway?
The giveaway is... Can it? No, that's a terrible giveaway. I mean, like, Paulie and Kara, have complete control of this game. It's, pretty much over.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Feels that way.
It does feel that way. Okay, so the giveaway this week is going to be smash the like button for the episode, leave your DraftKings handle in the comment section, tell me what your favorite elimination from this season was. Which one you would want to see, in a future season. Because some of them have been, kind of wonky. Even the one this week was kind of wonky. It was weird.
My favorite elimination is the one that we'll never get to see.
Turbo Jordan?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't mean, matchup. I mean the physical elimination. What game? Which one has been your favorite?
Oh,
so
not the elimination.
Not the matchup, but the Kyle...
The actual challenge, not the elimination.
The elimination. It was Kyle versus Theo.
Okay, so the elimination.
This week it was push blocks in and out. That one was
There
stupid.
was Hall Brawl.
It was a modified Hall Brawl.
I mean, my favorite so far has been Bear versus Wes. When we saw Grizzly Bear.
But that was a really stupid elimination.
Yeah, and Wes was dog sick.
Yeah.
No.
Anyway, the other way you can get to a draw for 20 DK bucks is subscribe to the Pat Mayo Experience audio podcast. Leave a 5-star review after downloading a few episodes, DraftKings handle, and something you like about the show. Easiest giveaway to win all week, by the way. So you might want to try that one out. Fantasy scoring for the week for this episode. Turbo, 233 on his way out the door. Georgia, 139 on her way out the door. She might still finish as a top 5 scorer this season.
Is 233 points the most points probably per second? The amount of time he was on that episode for 2 minutes at the beginning, 233 points.
It's pretty good.
Let's go.
Just
but he's gone now.
Don't copy his walk.
Do not copy my walk.
Copy your walk. You scored 233 points, apparently. The rest of it is Nani, 131, Leroy, 115, Joss.
I think you missed Georgia.
No, I said Georgia. I said Turbo and Georgia.
I'm sorry.
The first two off the title.
I'm
not even listening.
I'm screwing up your spot here.
Kaylee, 79, Jenny, 63, Jordan, Josh, Theo, 57, 49, and 46.
Cara Maria was in 11th.
Was she?
No.
I have her on my team. I wish I didn't have her on my team.
Yeah. This is how I felt last year. I had Cara Maria and Paulie on my team last year.
I had Cara and Paulie on my team this year.
And it's
sucks.
just you're watching, and you're just I hate this. I don't want to cheer for these people.
Well, apparently we're not going to have to do
Paulie's
that.
all right. He's all right.
Yeah,
but he's a big D-bag. He does have a lot of control over the game right now.
That's okay, though. I don't mind them having the control over the game because it's really setting up. This is what I want to see from the rest of the season. So Tori accomplished step 1 this week. She went into an elimination and she switched teams. Jordan, regardless of who wins next week, whether it's the Americans or whether it's the UK team, Jordan is going in next week.
Yes.
So you have Jordan, and I'm guessing that if the USA wins, it's going to be Jordan versus Theo, because the UK will vote in Theo like they do every single week, which is a great matchup, by the way. I'm excited to see that. Or it'll be Jordan versus Zach, I'm guessing. Mm-hmm. Unless Paulie doesn't want to fear the wrath of Zach. Maybe they vote in Josh or something.
Yeah.
But those would be the only two. So it's Jordan versus Theo, Jordan versus Zach, Jordan versus Josh. Josh is probably a layup for Jordan, unless it's who can cry the most.
And they are not putting Josh in yet. I don't think.
You would think they'd keep him array. If you put in Jordan or Zach, at least you get one of them out.
Yeah, you got to get rid of the strongest people in that alliance.
So now, the optimal outcome of the season just relies on Tori and Jordan winning the next...
running the table for the rest of the season.
But the thing is, they can.
Maybe
Theo is...
I don't know, Jordan. If you put him into a swamp and he has to go play football, he kind of sucks.
Well, that's also Kaylee does really well too.
Kaylee sucks at everything.
Yeah, but she was the best in the mud pit.
We don't No, she wasn't.
Well, she got the most.
Everyone just let her run.
Yeah, exactly.
Because everyone says, let's just let her be in the final of this thing.
But also, everyone went after Jordan in Heat 1. And you're like, I don't want to tackle Zach. That's a terrible idea. I'll go after
They should have
Jordan.
went after Jordan.
And
they should have went after Zach first, to be honest. Get rid of the strongest guy. That's what the strategy ended up
I think
being.
they all just wanted to hit Jordan.
Like, that's why they went after Jenny, because Jenny absolutely steamrolled them in the first round, and then they were just like, okay, so Kara and somebody, like, they basically traded Kara, no, it wasn't Kara, it was somebody. Two people went after Jenny and just pinned her down on the ground.
Which is a smart move.
That's what they had to do.
So Jordan gets one of those guys next week. Let's say Jordan wins and switches team. He knocks out Theo, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Theo is not someone you want to go up against. But
No.
Jordan, 50-50 against Theo?
No.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
60-40 at best.
Now, Theo's yet to face anyone real in an elimination. Kyle was the toughest guy.
Man, you give Jordan way too much credit.
I mean, the guy has made 3 finals.
What's he done this season?
He's been like the best guy.
What has he had to prove?
He just is coasting.
He's been the best guy. What has he done?
I mean, he's won the last 2 challenges he's been on.
But no, I mean this season. What has he done?
Now he's just been talking shit to people about how he's the best. But now he has a chance.
He hasn't had to go in and prove himself. He hasn't had to go in and do
now
anything.
he gets his chance.
All right. So what happens next week if we come in here? Jordan gets humiliated by Theo.
Never. He won't get humiliated. He might lose, but he will not get humiliated.
Jordan gets humiliated by Theo. What are you gonna say when we come onto the show?
I'll
next
say
week?
I was wrong about Jordan.
Okay.
Still think he's one of the best challengers of all time, but he has a chance to really put himself up in that Landon category here if he can win this season.
Yeah,
because it's stacked against him right now.
Yeah, of course.
So
they got to run the table, man. Like those numbers, I sent you like a list of them to our DMs or whatever. And they've got a 3-person advantage, but then you got floater CT kind of just hanging in the wings.
But I think you can get CT to come if Jordan and Tori are now both on that team. So let's say Theo's gone because they swapped Georgia for Tori. So it's the same alliance on that side.
Yeah, but they're one person less now.
Well, they're the same people less. They lost Georgia, but they
lost
got
Georgia. Georgia, Tori, Jordan, those were all kind of part of
No,
the
but
same
it's just
team.
on the UK team in general. Because that's what you need to do. It doesn't really matter about the American team. It's about the UK team now. You need to swing the numbers on that team. It doesn't really matter what happens on the US team. So once you get voting control back of the UK team, then you can start sending in
How
Kaylee.
do you get those people into the elimination?
Well, eventually, there's going to be no one left. So if Jordan beats Theo next week and Jordan joins Team UK.
Okay, so then now there are 4 people down in their alliance.
The
problem is that they're all picking each other off.
You're not looking at this the right way. That's a wash. So it's still 5-3 voting on the UK team. You swap Theo for Jordan. Now it's Jordan, Tori, and who's the other person? Jenny. That's the voting block on the UK team that's all on the same side. You have 4 people on the other side, then you have CT.
Mm-hmm.
So if you get CT to come to your side, now it's 4-4. Now you have the potential to start throwing in Rogan and Joss and guys like that if your team loses. And then you knock one of them out. All of a sudden, you have full voting control of that team. And then if you start winning, you can start fucking with the other team. That's the path. But Jordan needs to win twice and Tori needs to win once.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way this works.
Mm-hmm.
But if that's their plan, they're like, well, if we're going to be thrown in every time anyway, we got to go in and win. This is how it's going to have to go. And they're good enough to do it, is the best part.
And we're assuming that CT would even want to join forces with them.
Well, if
I think CT probably looks at it and goes, Joss, Rogan, Paulie, like I'm way bigger than I can beat these guys.
Sure, but
maybe with Jordan, Theo, but Zach, he goes, I don't want to go against these guys.
CT versus Jordan, that's a bad size mismatch for Jordan.
Sure.
But if you look at it from the UK side, is if Jordan comes on, right, then all of a sudden you have whatever. You have him on your side. He gets now they vote in Theo every time. Now they'll vote in Jordan every time until Jordan eventually goes home or he beats enough people that they can swing the vote. Who is the other guy that gets thrown in from the UK team? It's now CT. It's not going to be Joss or Rogan. So CT has a lot of interest to join up with Jordan here.
I guess so.
And then you start throwing in Joss and those guys. And we're going to get a double elimination soon. That's going to happen again.
I mean, we need like a 6-person elimination.
It feels
the
like
only people getting eliminated are on my fantasy team. Like I feel like I'm getting personally attacked every single
Maybe.
episode.
Well, now Turbo's gone.
I'm down to Jenny.
You just have Jenny?
I just have Jenny.
Well, she's going to be the interesting one because we're going to get, like I said, Jordan versus Theo or Jordan versus Zach. We're also going to get Tori versus Jenny coming up.
Yeah. It's been a rough season.
I mean, I hope that Tori wins. I have Jordan and Tori on my team. This is all just me trying to get my team to the finals.
You're just trying to give your team some good mo, and I'm aware of that. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they've got to expedite this because you know what? All of the interesting characters, all of the interesting plot lines and stuff are like just disappearing.
Well, I mean,
every single week they just lost the producer's like baby. They love Georgia. She cries. She has great little confessional. She's their go-to for like basically all confessionals and stuff like that. She goes home. Turbo goes home. Bear's gone. Like I know we talk about this every single week, but it's like it's getting dire. I'm sure the producers hate the direction of this season.
Jordan's the last personality left.
Yep.
Or you got to start feeding Ashley some booze or something.
She's been really boring.
But here's the biggest problem with this Kara Polly alliance is that it's going to get beat in the final. It's not good.
No, I know. That's what I've been saying the whole time is that like because like I said in our DMs, I said this season is making me question my faith in democracy. Because, like, the worst characters are all getting ahead. Why? Because they have a vote and everyone has a vote. It's just like, this is not the challenge I signed up for.
I
know it's all strategy and it's, like, good on them, but it's just like, if Kaylee gets to a final, come on, man.
I don't think that's going to happen.
It depends on how it all plays out. Obviously, if they go solo, it's just like, yeah, you keep Kaylee around if you're Ashley and Kara because she's your layup. This pretty much just make sure that it's like you versus Ashley in the finals. And maybe that's a risk they're willing to take.
Well, people really dog Joss for voting in Georgia. But I mean, from his perspective, it's by far the right move.
Of course.
He shouldn't have really been that shaken up about it.
He was really dramatic.
Yeah, I think
Cam had the best confessional. She's just like, everyone's making a big deal about all this. And just like, all it really comes down to is we have the numbers and you don't. Like that's all this is. All of the other like dramas and stuff, it just feels like kind of forced. Everyone knows what's happening when we go to these votes. So I don't know if this is like a popular theory or everyone just kind of has figured this out already, but it's not the Kara Polly alliance. It's the Cam alliance. Cam is the one running everything. I think so.
All the moves are far too sensible to be put on the backs of Polly and Cara Maria. And then she brings in Leroy. She's friends with Kaylee. Like, it's all running through Cam, and no one has really noticed yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and we know, based on previous seasons, she's by far the smartest one over there. I think it's just her and Ashley just doing everything.
Could be. I mean, Ashley's definitely doing things, and it's like she got Turbo out of the game.
She did.
That is fully Ashley. That is on Ashley. I know that she's not going to take any blame for it. It's just like we all know Nani called her out for it, but everyone...
I can't believe Nani's still around. It blows my mind.
Like, they took advantage of the guy who doesn't speak English very well and is very emotional and wears his heart on his sleeve.
You know what? I've heard this excuse for Turbo like 5 or 6 times.
I mean, no, you should be able to...
Why don't you check your emotions a little bit, pal?
You should.
And if you're such a tough guy, you had like 8 chances just to knock Jordan out, but you waited until security stepped in the way. And then you really freaked out. Like, calm down a little bit,
He should definitely calm down. But I guess it's a little bit...
I wouldn't worry about that. I've even stopped switching the cameras. Just leave it on the 2 show.
Fair enough.
It's easy enough. I think it's on the 2. It is on the 2.
I don't know though. I think it's tough for like when you're not completely grasping the situation, you're in a different place and you think that people are making fun of you, but you don't really understand the context. It is frustrating. Like you shouldn't be trying to fight people because you know that Nani's trying to explain to them. It's just like they're fucking with you, Turbo. Like,
and this is what they're trying to do.
He should have listened to Nani in that spot. It's like they're all just trying to manipulate you because they know that you are one of the best competitors here. Jordan may say that he's not, blah, blah, blah.
But that's a Jordan tactic.
Yeah, that's a tactic to get Turbo more mad because Turbo was the biggest enemy of Turbo was Turbo. It was his emotions, not being able to keep himself in check.
It was just like the single best part of the episode was when they were going through like the voting. It's like, oh, who's the worst person? Jordan's like, Kara's the worst person. By far. Yeah. No one wants her. And that's not anything new for Jordan either. On Dirty 30 is like, I do not want Cara Maria in the finals because I don't want to have to be paired up with her because she's awful.
Yeah.
Which is, that's a very strong take from Jordan. I like it a lot. And I kind of agree with it. Kara's so overrated. She doesn't even go into eliminations anymore.
No, she does nothing.
She used to be a good scrappy underdog and she won like the worst season of all time.
Yeah, with her
with her cousin.
Cousin,
When they went up against
that final
was so bad.
That final was like the most budget thing ever. Like,
and
she actually made a lot of money off of that one. Like,
yeah,
the winning that season was like $500K or something, and literally there was nothing going on there at all. Like, it was so budget, and they were like flipping like Coke cans in like a back alley in Germany or something like that.
Stand in the subway,
like rolling, stand in the subway. There was like a subway station that was under construction. They're like, stand here for 9 hours. CT will be here eventually, and then you'll have to go run an obstacle course.
No, it wasn't.
Or you'll have to go do a power walk around a stadium.
It wasn't even that. I think the final three.
It was awful.
It was Kara and her cousin, Corey and his cousin, and Jenna and her cousin.
Bloodlines.
Right? Yeah, it was very bad.
That season sucked.
And then she won the other one where Zach definitely should have won. The second part, I think it wasn't Final Reckoning, Vendettas, where Zach just blew everyone out of the water. And then he's like, oh yeah, because you beat everyone by 3 hours, you get a 15-second head start on this puzzle. And then Kara beat him at it. I was like, okay. So yeah, I'm a bit dubious here of Cara Maria, and she's just unwatchable at this point.
Yeah, it's really hard to watch her. Like, it's hard to cheer for.
Yeah.
No, that's why I didn't, like when I was making my roster, it was like, what the safe and sensible thing to do is to put Kara and Polly in it, because that they'll stick around.
But they don't even score points.
No, they don't bang like even last year too. It's like they were supposed to be banging everywhere, and it didn't happen. It's just like, I think the producers have just given up on Kara. Nani was right later in the episode, and she's like, I think Kara just needs a break from this show.
Well, it looks like her and Polly are both getting a break here. They announced the cast. I don't think it's full yet, but no Kara, no Polly. I think viewers are sick of them.
But that may also mean that maybe they win this season.
Oh, I really hope that's not the case.
I'm feeling this is going to be like torment.
I really
watching this all play out.
But can't we just hope? And this is why I'm putting my stock in Jordan here, is that Jordan goes, he doesn't lose any of these eliminations, and he's the triumphant hero at the end. Him and fucking CT and
Tori. I'm not nearly the nut hugger of Jordan as you, but
he's our only chance.
Him, Theo, CT,
Tori, Jenny. If that can be the UK team, Jenny, that's not losing.
And
Joss or Rogan, who cares?
And Zach are like the only people I'm even cheering for at this point.
But there's a path, like you can even put Dee on the UK team. Like she's not like, just get rid of Kaylee. And all of a sudden that team's really good.
Yeah.
From this point on, like even if you swap Jordan for Theo, or it's just Theo and not Jordan, whichever one, they're both two of the best three people in the house.
Yeah.
And then you just get rid of Kaylee. Like, it's tough to beat in a final. They might still lose all these daily missions because they finally won a real one this week. That was nice. Good on them.
Let's get back to Joss being a coward in that spot.
It's not really
you're throwing her in. It's not like we don't have to drag. You don't have to pull the Band-Aid off super slowly. It's just like you're going in. You're not in our alliance. Georgia, that this is, what the numbers game. They seem, maybe they're cutting it all out and stuff, but it's like, it seems very, very clear. The numbers, and everyone is aware of those numbers. It's like people know when they're going in.
Yeah, and that I think that's...
Like in the after show, Tori and Nani actually said, they were like, as soon as we lost that elimination, we looked at each other and we said, well, I guess we're going in. Because they assumed that it was going to be the two of them, which would make sense based on the numbers.
Yeah.
They took out Georgia because
I think that's because
they caught wind of Tori saying she was going to the other team.
Yeah, but yeah, Tori and Jordan seem to be the only ones, at least for this like edit, that are very aware of what the numbers are. It's like, we need to change our situation.
Mm-hmm.
We have no path on this side because we'll never have power. If we go to the other team, we can win enough where we could have power.
Yeah, at least
because you can flip the numbers at least on that team. There's no
flip
chance.
it on the team, not in the whole game. It becomes a lot more difficult.
Yes, you're never going to flip it on the entire game. But what you can do on the other team, if you do have the numbers, is flip it to a point where you can get rid of the Kayleys, and then all of a sudden you go to the finals with a kick-ass team.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can win all the money.
They got to do some winning.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, the fewer people you go to the finals with, the better. That's always the case. Like
I just have no idea what these finals are even going to entail. How many people are going to be left? Like, what type of situation? Are we going to switch into like 3-4 teams? There's still a lot of characters left.
I'm pretty sure that you just go to the finals with whatever is left at this point.
How many episodes do you think there are still?
I think there's 5 episodes left. I think there's 15 episodes this season. That was number 10.
So the last 2 episodes will probably be the final. So
but
maybe we have like a single, so 4 people off.
But we'll have a double elimination like we had earlier in the year.
There's
where
still
it's
like
guys and girls
15
day.
people or so left right
Sure,
now.
but then but remember last year there was 8 people or 10 people that went to the final and they purged 2
They
of them?
purge everybody in like one shot.
Yeah, so maybe that ends up happening. Like
It's gotta be, right? Because I just find it hard to think like we're gonna have like 15 people in the final and then be like, oh, you won $1 million. It's just like, well, actually, after taxes and splitting it 10 ways, no, we did not win $1 million.
yeah, you won $100,000. Uncle Sam takes 60%. You won $40K. Congrats.
Yeah, nice. See you on next season because you need it.
You have to be like Ashley and like move to Guatemala or something.
Yeah, well, she actually won bucks.
Well, she won $1 million, so she won what? Like
She's
4
number one in prize pool. And you have poor Johnny, who's won like 6 seasons, been on 18 seasons. I'm sure he's made a lot more than $1 million from his involvement with the show. But it's just like when you look at like the actual rankings, it's really funny just looking at the rankings when like
it's all
you
new
go
people,
on
like
the
Turbo.
on the challenge wiki. I'm sure people watching this show are at least familiar with that.
Turbo's like 3rd ever, I think.
Yeah, Turbo I think is actually number 2 because it was like $750,000 last year.
Yeah, that's true.
He's like number 2 in overall prize pool winnings, and he's been on 1 season.
He's been on 2 now.
Well, yeah, now 2.
But like even like with the casting rumors that Paulie and Cara aren't going to be there, Banana's back again.
Yeah.
And people kind of try to equate the two, be like, oh, the male face and the female face. And like, Cara has made the finals 4 times in a row.
Is Laurel on next season?
I have no idea. I just Rob sent us the list.
Yeah,
I just looked, hey, Johnny's there, Wes is there, Jordan's there. Perfect.
Oh, and then there was Melissa and
Melissa and Kayla are back.
Kayla.
Yeah.
Like the 2 of them.
I like that a lot.
I don't know, like you're always up to it on like Instagram and stuff. Like, have they mended their issues? Or
I have
are they
no
going to
idea.
come in?
I hope they come in fire.
They're gonna come
I
in
like
hot.
both of them.
But they know not like if they want to stay on the show, they're going to have to stay out of each other's way
Just don't.
because they will not. They will not get a second chance.
No, don't. Well, that's interesting. Do you think Turbo? I feel like we didn't see everything that happened with Turbo.
I mean, you could kind of see when you look again, like I think he was like threatening the security guards is what happened.
You don't want to be threatening the production.
There was one guy too who was like 6'8", big beard, looked like a pro wrestler, like massive dude, and like Turbo's up in his face, just like I'll kill you. And then I think this guy was just like, I'd like to give you a go. Like he was kind of like, do we really want to do this? Turbo did look very angry.
He did, yeah, but if it was, I guess he was, threatening production staff.
I mean, it's not a bad move long term. If they have another rivals season,
Yeah,
Jordan
and
Turbo together, I think they could. Jordan would be able to mend that relationship for that season, and they would be pretty good together. When you think of like Jordan's smarts and Turbo's overall athleticism and ability.
Jordan just legit wants to win. That's all he wants to do. He doesn't really care who he pisses off. He just wants to win.
Yep.
And I think being along, if he can get on this team, and CT's over there as well, and Tori's over there, Jenny's a beast.
Do you think they'll let Turbo come back? I hope so.
Yeah, I would think so. Although
He
Camilla
didn't actually hit him.
No, but like Camilla can't come. Maybe Camilla can come back.
Maybe that was racist.
No, that's not why she got kicked off the show.
Didn't she?
No, she got kicked off because of Champs versus Stars when she like threatened a producer.
Oh.
Her racism apparently was fine.
Oh, cool. Yeah, okay, of course.
Yeah, that was fine. But yeah, threatening production staff, like that makes you an insurance liability because these are the people that you have to watch out for if you're threatening them.
I always thought it was the racist. I don't even remember what the situation was, but it was something she said to Leroy.
Oh yeah, she went like off on Leroy, racist tirade.
Mm-hmm.
It was not a great look.
No, that's why I always assumed that's why she's
No,
never
because she
coming
appeared
back.
on another season after that of Champs versus Stars, and she got kicked off that for like stealing a golf cart drunk and like taking it off the compound.
She was a disaster.
I could have Camilla back.
I mean, now we could, yeah. I'm still have her blocked on Twitter.
Well, I mean, she's really been the path to Cara being so successful. Because Cara's gone to all these finals, but realistically, Camilla was the better competitor. She crushed her Dirty 30 in that final.
Mm-hmm.
And then she was just gone. So, interesting. That was the season she won, the racist season.
Camilla really did. You know, Cara really did basically take
Camilla's spot.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Interesting.
Leroy lost it in this episode. I haven't seen fired up Leroy in a really long time. And it finally clued into me. I was like, why are Leroy and Nani such good friends? I was like, I don't get this at all. And then I remember they were on the same season of The Real World.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about that. It's been like 10 years.
It's been so many years. So many seasons of the challenge and stuff.
But that was...
And that, I think, yeah, you get the sense that they hang out like...
That was the last good Real
in
World
real
season
life.
too. Vegas 2 with Crazy Adam Royer. who Nani was trying to hook up with the entire season. That was a great season of The Real World.
That was like one of the first seasons that I got into the real world, I think.
Yeah, it had Nerdy Mike on it.
Mm-hmm.
Leroy. Who were the other one? Dustin, gay porn star Dustin.
Yep.
Hot Heather, who he ended up hooking up with. Good year.
It was a good year.
Cook ended up being on that season too, who was like underrated, one of the best, one season on the challenge, and like one of the best ever. She was so good. She plays on the Filipino women's national soccer team now.
I don't remember her.
She came on as a replacement and was paired up with Cara Maria, and they made it to the finals.
Okay.
And she was awesome. But yeah, Leroy, when you're just like, Josh, you can't stop yourself from crying, and then it cuts to Josh, he's trying not to cry. The best part of the episode. That or Polly admitting that Tori was the best girl there.
Was it Polly saying that it was the best girl there?
Yeah, no, when they were walking back from the deliberation, Jordan's just like, Polly, who do you think the best girl actually is here? Oh, it's Tori. And Cara's face is like,
I must have missed that
so
part.
awesome.
I must have missed that part. Well, there was another. Yeah, all of this talk of like, I don't know. I just can't take the bullshit. Like all of this talk that is going on when they're like, oh, you know, like they're having these side cams that are just so far. Like it's just such a farce. Oh, we're just putting this person in because they're clearly the best. It's just like no, like. And Josh is going on, like they're bringing up these, oh, why would you put this person in? That person's clearly the best on the team. It's just like, no, you guys are all voting for your alliances. Like, I don't know. I'm just getting annoyed by the whole, like they're trying to sell things as something that they're not, if that makes any sense. Or am I not making any sense?
No, I get that. It's just stupid production stuff. But I just don't understand why Leroy is not on the Jordan, Tori, that side of it.
Because he's banging Cam.
Whatever, just be on the other side.
He politicked himself into the strong side of the alliance.
But it's not the strong side of the
strong
alliance.
with the numbers. It matters now.
It's not, though, because if Leroy's on the other side had the numbers.
Yeah, well, it's better. It's a better. I think he's thinking this is a better game move for me. Why would I align? Like, I don't want to go against Zach.
But you don't have to go against Zach because they're in your alliance. Because it would be Zach, Leroy, Jordan, Josh.
But he would
Tori,
rather have
Nani.
All of those guys go home so he can compete against Paulie in the finals.
Yeah, but they're going to be on the same team.
Are they?
I'm pretty sure.
What are these teams? We don't know anything of where this is going. That's the problem.
So if that's the case, you put yourself into one of two scenarios. One, you have to end up trying to knock these guys out because they're probably still going to be there because who's beating them in eliminations anyway? So then you'll still have to beat them. If not, they're gone and your partner is Paulie. When it could have been Zach. Seems like a really stupid idea.
Well, if all the good competitors are gone, Paulie's a pretty damn good teammate to have.
Not really.
Compared to like who, it all depends on who's left. But if you can get rid of Zach, that makes your path to $1 million a hell of a lot easier. That guy's he's looking like an absolute monster.
Unless he's supposed to be your teammate and you got rid of him. And you're stuck with fucking Ninja.
Yeah, but Leroy, once Johnny went home, like that was his real ride or die. Like once Bananas went home, all of these other guys, like Leroy's kind of in the CT boat where it's like he was disposable regardless of what side it was.
No, because Josh was always more disposable on that other side. So Leroy had at least 3 weeks. And as long as Josh was there, I think Leroy was safe.
I don't know, man. I think Leroy made the right move for his game.
Anyway, I'm just very excited to see Jordan run the table here. Want it to happen. It would make him coming back and winning this season and beating Paulie and Cara would be amazing. It would be probably the best challenge performance of all time. If him and Tori can win this season.
As long as anybody can stop Paul and Cara Maria, I'm on board for it.
I think the UK team just might beat them with the people that they have right now in the finals.
I mean, Jenny may just crush everybody.
Well, here's that. I mean, she's the biggest threat to all of them right now. So they're going to be coming after her next. So Tori versus Jenny is going to be an elimination. If the US can continue to win.
That's appointment viewing.
That's a great elimination.
I mean, if it's anything physical.
Yeah, Tori's done. Tori's the
only. But if it's cardio or like
endurance.
Yeah, she's got a shot.
Even the one that they did earlier this season where you had to like pull yourself back up. I think Tori beats her in that. This guy, I don't think she gasses as quickly. And she's not the other girl who couldn't get herself back up.
Yeah, well, Nicole, it was, I don't know. Jenny was looking pretty smooth in that.
It seemed like it took a lot longer than maybe the edit showed.
I think she probably went a lot faster than Nicole, and they had to use a lot of tape just to like give Nicole some screen time because she had done nothing.
Yeah. So it depends on the elimination. That is going to be a good one, though. Just like I think Jordan, Theo, Jordan, Zach is going to end up being a good one.
Mm-hmm.
You know which one I like?
I'm ready for the big twist, man.
I don't think that there's going to be one. I really don't.
There's 5 episodes left. We have to get rid of. There's going to be a purge, I guess.
But this is not dissimilar to some of the older seasons where one team would go into the finals with 10 people and the other team would add 4 and the team of 4 would win because you didn't get rid of your shitty players. It happened on Gauntlet 3. And CT's entire thing that entire year was we need to get rid of Big Easy. Big Easy is going to fuck us. We have a super team and we have this one shitty player who's going to fuck us in the finals. What happened? Big Easy fucked them. They lost. And they lost like jabronis in the final. So this could happen again
with Kaylee.
It's not so much the Kaylee side of it, it's the American side of it. Like if your team, let's just say their alliance ends up and it's a US versus the UK and your team is Ashley, Cam, Ninja, Kara, Polly, Leroy. That's your team in the final. Like, it's not a very good team. Mm-hmm. Especially if like you're going up, even if it's just the other side of the alliance. If somehow you can get Kaylee out, and it's like D, Jenny, Joss, and Rogan in CT. That other team wins.
Yeah, it was really funny when they were selling Georgia as being the best girl. Oh, we got to get Georgia in there because she's like the best girl. It's just like, what are we talking about now? Like this is like the stuff that's going on in the show right now. It's just like the producers, you got to just stop. Like we know it's just a numbers game right now. Like Georgia would get crushed by I think Georgia as a fantasy player has been great.
Yeah, she loses to basically everybody.
But like her struggles against Big T and Esther lead me to believe that like she's more on like Nani level than she is, Ashley.
Yeah, how isn't
like some of the top girls?
Like how isn't the vote there? If you're actually going with your numbers in your alliance, how do you not vote in Jenny against Tori?
Yeah.
How wasn't that the move? Like, are they scared that Jenny's going to come back and like threaten to kill them?
I think they're scared of Jenny.
Or do they know the UK team knows they need Jenny if they actually do want to win?
I think they worry that Jenny will jump over to the American side.
Ooh. That would be interesting.
I think that's why they don't put her in now. They had to put her in that one time against Nicole, which was a cupcake matchup. She's coming back, right?
Yeah, if she isn't, then she wasn't very good anyway.
Exactly. And they were kind of they were trying to just trim the fat in that scenario because their team was just losing every single week. I think they're scared to throw her in right now because they know that they need her to try to win some of these champions. Like they'll get rid of her when they have to, but like they don't want to throw her in right now because they fear that she's going to win because she's physically superior seemingly to any of the girls by a long shot.
I think,
and then if she goes over to the American side, like
I think they're scared of doing the same thing with CT too.
Yeah,
like they don't want to throw CT in for one of two reasons. One, he might just win, knock out your best guy, and switch teams, or he might, if you vote him in, come back and try to murder you.
Yeah, CT's just chilling all this.
Yeah. Remember, I was like the first or second episode when it looked like he was going to snap on Josh. Mm-hmm. You don't want that scenario if you're anyone in the house. Yeah, Josh actually pissed off CT.
Josh knew to step down. He's going to be an emotional wreck next episode.
Georgia gone.
Yeah, they haven't been doing like coming up on the next season of the challenge.
No, recently. Did they have one this week?
They had it on the after show.
I know. I think they had it after the show this week. It was after the commercial break.
After the commercial break, it's just been going straight to.
No, they showed it.
I didn't know
they showed it this week.
The last couple of weeks, I think, at least when I've watched it, it seems like they don't even show that. They go straight to just the credits.
Yeah.
Out of commercial at the end.
We'll have to go back and check the tape on that one. I feel like I watched it.
I watched it on they showed it on the after show on YouTube.
It told you nothing. Mm-hmm. Although the challenge looks pretty cool. It's something suspended over. No, I had to have seen it. It's a challenge suspended over water doing something.
Did you watch the after show?
No, I didn't watch the after show. I only watched the show.
Oh.
So I saw it on there.
I didn't. We're going to have to look at the tape.
Yeah, I guess so. Anyway, I think Cam's the MVP of the season so far.
She's done nothing.
No, I mean for like actual gameplay and
that's all theoretical.
Yeah, like I think that she's actually.
You think that she's in charge of all of this stuff, which is actually a pretty good theory. I'd never even thought about it
That's
way.
the whole thing. That's why I think that she's secretly the MVP.
I mean, yeah, she
has done nothing all season, but
she's been orchestrating all the power moves, and she likes a good power move.
She loves a power move, and she's smart enough to know, hey, let's just put this on Paulie and Cara. They're the villains here, not me. And she brought in Leroy, brought in Kaylee, and she's the glue between. Like, how does this alliance even make sense? It's only Cam that makes sense in it.
Yeah, like Paul, Cara and Leroy. Well, that one's clear. Is like it's because Leroy's with Cam, at least on the show.
Yeah, she brought him in.
Well, she
gotta do what you gotta do.
Snuggled with him a bit.
Sure, but like if it was just objective and like, oh, we need to form an alliance around people. Oh, there's Paulie and Cara. People would be like, fuck these two. I hate them because no one seems to like them at all. Even the people in their own alliance don't seem to like them.
But we did. Yeah. So like, when did Cam start orchestra? Because we did see the conversation between Paulie and Cam early on in this season.
That was like
episode 2 or 3. It's pretty early.
I feel like that was the week they decided to get rid of Wes.
Mm-hmm. It was like episode 3 or something.
And it was just the 3 of them.
Yeah.
And then from there, Ashley, remember Ashley was like a fringe member of the team. I think Cam got her in. They got Leroy in. They got the other side on the go. Feels like Cam. Feels like Cam's handprints all over this.
It feels like Kaylee's the one kind of,
but she's best
running the game on the
other
UK
side. But
side.
she's like best friends with Cam.
Yeah.
So that's how you get those two working together.
Yeah.
But Kaylee's got to go if they want to win. If the UK wants to win.
She's awful. And yeah, I love how you're like, well, she was the best in the mud pit.
No, but they literally
that's
what she said, though. She's like, oh, look how great I am. It's like, yeah, because you're no good. It's funny
that nobody is stopping me. It's like, because they want you in the final because they're not scared of you. Like, Cara Maria at least seemingly made it interesting with one ball, like 1 versus 2, and she was at least able to hold on to the ball for a bit.
Yeah, no matter what happened in that challenge, whoever won Heat 1 was going to win.
Yeah, it was kind of dumb.
Yeah. And what happened if they had tied?
I mean, you know who the USA could have really, really, really used there?
Turbo. Yeah. Good.
You know who?
Turbo probably would have got himself kicked off. They were trying to kill people.
Yeah, if somebody touched his face.
Or copied his walk.
Somebody would have came out, or he would have been going after people. But yeah, he would have been a monster. Like, think if you had Zach and Turbo, and Josh was even hard too because he's just big.
He's just big, yeah.
Josh, Turbo, Leroy, and Zach. Those are the together.
4. It's a monster team. Ooh-wee. But the thing was, all the UK dudes were huge.
You know,
Rogan's the smallest guy.
Rogan, Josh, and Josh,
Theo, and CT. Yeah. That's a huge team.
That's true.
They might actually.
That would have been interesting.
They might actually win some missions coming up here.
Yeah, they seemingly have a physicality.
And now they
advantage. It's like Jordan is small.
Yeah, he is, but he's like him and Turbo were like the most athletic two.
I mean, Zach's probably more athletic considering he played professional sports than Jordan.
Sure. I mean, Jordan was a college wrestler as well.
Was he?
Yeah.
I did not know that about him.
Yeah, he was like a state champion in Oklahoma.
Okay. Really?
Yeah. One hand.
Fact check.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Was it actually Oklahoma? Because that's a massive program. That's where Daniel
I think he was a high school state champion in Oklahoma.
High school. Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking like.
I think he went to college for wrestling and was like, all right.
Okay. Never mind. Because it's like Oklahoma State is like one of the best wrestling programs in the nation. I can look
this up right now.
And that's where Daniel Cormier, who's former Olympian, UFC or former UFC heavyweight champion, he went to Oklahoma State. Yeah, they're one of the best programs in the nation. So I misheard what you said, and I thought you said that he was a college superstar.
I know. He was, let's see here. Look at the roster. Jordan Wisely played baseball, football, and wrestled in Oklahoma before becoming a college wakeboarder at Oklahoma State.
College wakeboarder?
Yeah.
Interesting. All right,
so he's good at basically everything.
Yeah.
He does it with one hand.
It's true.
So I have no fear about him going up against any of these guys. He might lose, but he has more will than everyone else on this show. He definitely does not want to lose more than everyone else.
This is true.
And can we get a Jordan versus Paulie?
Would be fun. Can we just get Cara and
maybe
Ninja and Paulie and Cam I'm okay with, and Kaylee and a bunch of these other people just to go.
Then we have to root for Jordan. You have to come on Team Jordan with me and root for Jordan and Tori.
I mean, I have nobody left to cheer for, so.
We got to root for them to win and run the table here.
All right, sign me up. I'm on Team
Let's go.
Jordan
Team
now.
Jordan. Now he's going to be fucking gone next week.
All right,
It's
let's
gonna
go,
be bad.
Jordan.
It's going to be bad news. Paul Shaughnessy.
Did you make a bet?
I made 1, 2, 3 bets.
Oh,
this
boy.
week. I was watching you and Cody on the MMA show. And then I was talking to my guy, Marley, who, he's good at the UFC picks. And I talked to one other UFC guy. So I'm in on Masvidal over Diaz.
Okay.
And I'm in on your boy, not
Gregor Gillespie?
Yeah, not Connor Gillespie, Gregor Gillespie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in on him. That's like 160, minus 160, minus 160. And those two parlayed together.
Okay.
Let's go.
I think I like Nate in the fight, but like I haven't made a bet on it yet in the main event. I'm sure I'll probably hit something live. I do have money on Gregor Gillespie. We're recording this before the ceremonial weigh-ins, which I always have to kind of tune in, see if anything kind of jumps off the page, but should be a fun card. It's super, super fun, to be perfectly honest. And yeah, if you're going to watch one UFC card,
Is this the best one of the year?
you can definitely make an argument for it.
When was Connor Khabib? Was that last year or was that this year?
When was last year?
So it's been a while.
It's been a year.
This
'Cause
feels-
Habib got suspended for like 8 months and then just fought again back in September.
Did he win? He
He never
he always
loses.
wins. All right. At Paul Shag on Twitter. You can tune into the Dogger Pass MMA podcast every single week on the Pat Mayo Experience audio feed and the DraftKings YouTube channel. Be sure to check that out. Same as the challenge shows every single week. If you want to get into a draw for 20 DK bucks, smash the like button for the episode. Leave your DraftKings handle in the comment section. Tell me your favorite elimination game so far this season. Challenge 34, War of the Worlds 2. And that'll do it from me. I'm Pat Mayo. Enjoy yourself. I'll see you next time.
Pat Mayo Experience! Experience!